The gospel, the good news of the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, is not just truth to be believed, it's truth to be lived. The gospel changes everything. It changes the way we think and feel and talk and act. It changes the way we see ourselves and others, the world, and everything that happens to us. The gospel is a worldview, a way to see the world and live in it. That's what the New Testament book of James is all about, how the gospel changes everything. And that's what we'll see as we study the book of James over the next 6 sessions.
One of the most important things to keep in mind when we read the book of James is that it's not just about me. It's about us. It's about how we act as a community, how we collaborate in our righteousness, in our good deeds, and how we can also collaborate in our injustices.
Yeah, as I see it, James was a pastor of a church in Jerusalem, and because of persecution, among other things, his parishioners have had to leave the area. They've had to take up residence in new places. So they're sort of like exiles and trying to find their way in a new place and figure out what their faith looks like in that new place. And so I think James writes as their former pastor, trying to help them become good Christians in a new and difficult place.
Acts chapter 7 and 8 gives us the backstory. In Acts chapter 7, Stephen becomes the very first martyr of the church, the first of many. Acts chapter 8 verse 1 records the impact. And on that day, a great persecution began against the church in Jerusalem, and they were all scattered throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles. Growing persecution led to a scattering of Christians from Jerusalem all over the Mediterranean world. The leaders, including James, stayed behind. James' letter then is a letter written to his scattered flock, his scattered church, Jewish Christians scattered abroad. In other words, these were people whose lives were being changed because of their faith in Jesus Christ. They were a people being changed by the gospel.